coming off today. One of the more personable and well-known women drivers in the world is Simona. She's from Switzerland. And where do you live now, Simona?
I live in Indy.
You live in Indy, okay. That's an exciting change from Switzerland.
It's beautiful.
Well, here we are in Baltimore, and I know you first time you've been available to talk to me this week. So explain your thoughts on the Baltimore event and the track itself and what it feels like.
Yeah, I'm really happy to be here. You know, it's a great city, and the racetrack I really enjoyed it. It's really tough because it's really bumpy, so it's going to be really challenging in the race to be really consistent, and you can really easily do a mistake. So I think we have a pretty good car with HVM, and you know, it kind of feels like our home Grand Prix for us. You know, with having the nuclear clean air energy campaign and the Riva and Entergy here, everybody's here, so it's really special to me, and you know, it's great to have so much support here in Baltimore for our race. You know, I've never seen so many people on a Friday, and it was just great to be driving out there and having so many fans cheering for us.
Now, you've been here a few times, but you've been doing some promotional work for your sponsor and the team. Now, when you came here last time, the track was not even able to get started, was it? You didn't really have an idea where it was going to go.
Yeah, well, actually, I kind of had a little bit of a teaser because I got to do some donuts on one of the streets, and that was really cool when we launched our partnership with Entergy and Nuclear Clean Air Energy. So that was really cool, but it was really cold, so you know, I was kind of wondering how it was going to be now. But I think it's great. You know, the racetrack is so much fun. You know, every lap you do, you're just having a blast out there, and that's really important for us drivers. You know, when we have a lot of fun, it's going to make good racing.
Do you enjoy street races?
Yeah, I like street races a lot. It's especially when you go to a new place like here. You know, you really have to find the limit. And on a street course, you know, when in qualifying you feel like you're gonna crash every corner because you're so busy out there. But it's a lot of fun, and I think it really, as a driver, you know, you really can make the difference. You know, even if your car isn't that great, you can find it in yourself, and that's something I really enjoy to do.
Now, a lot of people don't know, but Simona kind of put herself on the map in America. She won the Long Beach Grand Prix in the Atlantic Series, and so everybody kind of got an idea that this young woman's going to be, you know, the next star coming into the Indy cars. Would you consider this a possibility to be the next, like an East Coast Long Beach?
Definitely. You know, I was actually just talking yesterday with my team and also my sponsor, and we we're just talking that it's so great to have the harbor and all these big boats here. You know, I think it almost seems like it's going to be our Monaco, you know, like they have in Formula One. So it's great, and it's just like the people out here. It's just unbelievable how many people are here, and it's just such an awesome feeling to be cheered on like this.
Yeah, I was going to say, as a driver, do you get that vibe or that excitement to get, you know, to go out and go race when you see that many people?
Yeah, you do. You know, you want to put on a good show for them, and you know, they really lift you up. You know, I've never heard so many people kind of screaming my name. It's really cool. So I'm like, yeah, I better not screw it up during the race. But it's just it's awesome, and it's just a lot of fun that they appreciate what we're doing, and you know, the track is just a lot of fun.
Cool. Why don't we open up for some questions? Anybody have a question for Simona? Go ahead, Joe.
When you go back to Switzerland, I know you were just there and had to hang up over there. What do the people back at home? Do they follow you? What do they know about it? Or interest building out in your home country?
Yeah, definitely. You know, more and more people are really following what I'm doing, and that's great. Also, you know, all the newspapers and the TV stations are trying to pick up what I'm doing over here, and that's great. And I actually have a lot of people from Switzerland coming to the races, just flying over, and you know, they just show up and they're like, oh, we live really close to you, and it's really cool. You know, for sure, people are getting more interested in IndyCar and see what kind of great sport it is in Switzerland.
So can we break the ban on motorsports in Switzerland? It was put in, what, 1956 or something?
Yeah, I think 55, yeah.
55 after the Le Mans accident. So can we finally break that with like an IndyCar race for
It would be really cool. You know, I think they're working really hard to get a track in Switzerland. So we'll see. You know, the thing is, we're a pretty small country, so you know, it kind of
So is Monica.
I know. Well, it would be really cool. I think it'd be really good for kids. Who want to start racing. In Switzerland, it's pretty tough to start racing because we don't have any tracks. So it'd be a lot of fun to actually have a track, and even people can go with the normal cars and learn how to drive and things like that. So that'd be great.
How did you get started in a country in motorsports in a country where it's illegal to race?
Well, actually, my first couple of races were on parking lots with like in front of the grocery store, and that's how I started racing. So yeah, it's definitely. Well, the weird thing about Switzerland is that they allow racing like the mountain races, which I think is really dangerous, and so it's kind of weird. But I think we're trying to change the perception and maybe try to build a track in Switzerland.
So Fox Sports, driving other courses and coming here to Baltimore for the first time. Drivers yesterday said the track was a little difficult. How did you find the track with the turns and all the ups and downs?
Yeah, I think it's one of the most challenging street courses we go to because you have so many different surfaces. It's really bumpy, and to really set up your car to that, it's hard. And I'm sure you guys saw there's a lot of people who do mistakes. A lot of cars in the runoffs and things like that. So it is a challenging track, and you just have to be pretty smart out there and really kind of find the limit. But I like it. It's for sure there's a couple of improvements that could be done. But I think for a first event, it's a lot of fun driving here.
This morning you faced a traffic jam in the first corner. Is there any way to prepare for that? I mean, from the grid position you are starting, it's well possible that it can happen again.
Yeah, this morning it was kind of a bit crazy. The thing is turn 1 and turn 3 are pretty tight all of a sudden, and when you try to pass somebody and you're following other people are already going to be in the corner. So the thing is just to try not to be in the mess, but I'm pretty sure something will happen, so you just kind of have to dodge it, I guess, or something like that.
Do you think that there will be a lot of crashing, or what do you think about the yellow flag? You have to go,
I think there will be some, just because, we all a little bit crazy out there and try to pass everybody. But, we watched the LMS race yesterday and it wasn't that bad. So, I think if everybody kind of really respects each other and kind of gives each other a little room, especially on the first lap, I think we should be good. But, at the end of the day, we're trying to make position.
You had a bit of an up and down season this year. Just speak a little bit about that, what you learned from the season, and then also the accomplishment and how they go.
Yeah, I think this year has been like the toughest thing I've ever had to go through, and I think in every person's life there's always this kind of moment where it's really difficult, and I think I went through this year, and Indy was really tough for me. I almost didn't want to race anymore, but then I got back in the car and still enjoyed it. So that's the biggest thing, and you just learn from it and try to change things that you weren't doing right maybe, and you just kind of take the positive out of it. And it almost feels like I did something really bad in another life, because this year has been like a catastrophe pretty much most of the time. But it is what it is, and you just, now we have 4 races left, and we're just going to try to do the best and have some good results.
Anyone else for a question? Go ahead.
Simona, do you have any desire to go to Formula One in the future, or do you think that the car is better?
Well, right now, I'm still pretty young in this series, and I really have to prove myself here. That's my goal. I want to be a driver that can be running up front every weekend out. So that's my first goal right now. And if I achieve that, maybe in the future, but for sure right now, this year, next year, and even the year after, I have great partners with Energy and Arriva and all, and to be racing here in Indy cars, it's something that I really enjoy. So it's just right now the focus is over here.
Are you set for next year, or how soon will you be able to find it?
Yeah, it's looking pretty good for next year. I'm really lucky to have a sponsor like Energy and the Nuclear Clean Air Energy campaign that is supporting me. Not many drivers have that, and it just feels like a big family, and they really support me even after Indy and everything. Without them, I don't think it would have been as easy as it was. So I'm really lucky to have them with me.
Well, Simona, thanks very much. We greatly appreciate your time. You started 12th today, which isn't bad. Yeah, that's darn good considering, you know, there's 28 cars is the biggest field. There's a bigger field than they expect because they had to add 2 extra pit stalls. So I think you have a pretty good pit stop. There's pit area too.
Yeah, it's actually pit lane here. It feels like its own racetrack. It's really tough to get in. And, you know, I've been yelled at pretty much the whole weekend because I couldn't hit my mark. So, you know, we'll see. It's gonna be interesting when we're gonna pit on the yellow. But yeah, it's unbelievable. You know, I think Indy cars is really on the uprise. You know, so many cars, so many great drivers, and such a tough field. You know, when you compare it to last year, like this year, you know, I was really driving really hard, and you know, we were 12th, and I was like, oh, what do I have to do even more? You know, and it's just great to be competing against such great drivers every weekend now.
Well, good luck today, and I hope to see you on this little podium down here in the future.
Thank you.